Invasion angle.
Wait,
Hello.
hello.
Episode 9, baby.
Wow,
And I'm
9.
I'm I'm sticking with the tropical vibe. I know I'm off the cruise ship, but hey, Celsius tropical vibe, bro.
It's hard to get back into society after being on such a cool cruise for 4 days straight.
Yeah, it's hard. It was hard to get my land legs back.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It was something special. I really wow. And Jericho performing a cover of The Weekend with that getup with they dressed up like Bowie. Oh man, that
Dude, that
was the
was
way to end the cruise, bro.
I can't stop thinking about it.
I'm blinded by the light, dog.
I already signed up for next year.
Yeah, I sit it there. You save like $10 and yeah,
Mhm.
back to the boiler room, baby. Back in.
Now you'll get upgraded next year, I hope.
Yeah. As long as dude, I just don't want to be by Brad Williams anymore, dude. I'm tired of that guy. And
Yeah, he was shooting on you hard the whole week.
Yeah.
the entire time, dude. Every time it's just I'm not even fucking with him, dude, and I'm tired of
Mhm.
it.
I think it was just like anytime he had like a lull in his set or he couldn't remember his material, he would just be like, "Yo, look at this fucking piece of shit right here in the crowd."
Yeah,
Even the
yeah.
spotlight guy was like,
Mhm. He kept touching his feet to your
"Random."
kneecap in the hot tub just to mess with you.
Yeah, I know, dude. And honestly, it makes sense that he's a POS, but I'm gonna send him to send him off to Cornette's hot tub and see if that flies there. You know what I
I don't think
mean?
it will. I don't yeah.
Yeah, Cornette won't fuck
The
around,
rude
dude. He's the
awakening.
captain. Yeah, Corny,
Mhm.
save me next time, dog.
Yeah, you should have thrown him out of the hot tub, just like those wrestlers threw them out of the ring at the Royal Rumble this weekend.
Yeah.
Wow, and what a
Wow.
Wow.
segue.
What a segue to a couple of weirdos that are going to talk about reviewing this Royal Rumble, which was a lot of people are like giving it love, and I would say it's just I don't know. It was just like mid. It was a weird pay-per-view.
I think like
I thought,
the general consensus is the women's rumble was pretty good. The men's
Mhm.
rumble was just like very boring right up and then the end was good. Like
yeah, they took like different. I think like that. I don't know. It's like the women's rumble. The first like how long? It was probably like an hour and a half total or something like that, maybe
it's
more. I feel
probably
like
yeah,
both
around
of
there.
them. I think both of them were like an hour and a half, and like the women's rumble, it took like 25, 30 minutes to like get chugging, and it was
Hmm.
botchy as fuck. Like just even just simple things. Like there was just
Hmm.
and it was even like people just like fucking at moves. It was just like yeah, like not knowing their spot and being like, wait, what are we doing? Are we doing like a Irish whip or like yeah, and just like
Yeah.
stopping for seconds and like just yeah, it was just like a clusterfuck for a while. And it was just that was like taking me out. But I mean I was happy Naomi looked great. That's
She
just
did
funny.
look she
Like
looked great.
Naomi and Jordan Grace, the coming from TNA, like they weren't looking fucked up early on. Like they
Hmm.
looked clean the whole time. So leave it
Yeah,
to the TNA girls to carry the
yeah, for
beginning
real.
part of the Rumble.
Like the women's rumble at least like had like planned spots and like fun spots. Like I feel like the men's rumble was just like punch in the corner, someone comes in, punch in the corner. You
I
know what I mean?
was
Like it was just boring.
I was a
And at
little
least
let
the women's
Yeah,
rumble
down.
did something.
I
Yeah.
was let down
yeah.
that there was no TNA people in the men's rumble either.
Why not throw Moose in? You know,
Yeah.
why not?
Yeah, why not?
But even
I
across both rumbles, there was no like actual like fun like one-off surprises like legends coming in and just doing
yeah.
something fun.
Yeah.
There was
Which I
returns, which is fine, but like I want something like just like something stupid and fun. I can something cool.
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, I thought that was the biggest. I feel like that's something at least everybody across the whole spectrum could agree
Mhm.
with. As far as the Rumble went, zero like fun legend surprises, which like for me, like that's one of the coolest things about the Rumble, like getting a
Mhm.
couple random legends. 'Cause I thought X-Pac would have been
Yeah,
awesome. He's in ring shape, man. Like
it's not like
sell some t-shirts and a
it's
toy.
yeah,
Like
it's not like we're asking for much. It's not like we were asking for like out of pocket like MJF or Okada. Like I just want to see like X Pac, like you said, or throw in
Yeah,
fucking Ken Shamrock or even like Mr. Kennedy, just like anyone, just like something
right.
fun, like
Make some money off of some merch of like
mhm.
like ruthless aggression era guys or attitude era guys. Like why not? Like
Just
I
something
don't.
simple, like,
Uh,
like I don't
it
know.
was weird. It reminded me more of watching one of the Saudi Arabia pay-per-views for some
Yeah,
reason. Just
yeah, I
like the
feel that.
format, it didn't feel like the same format or feeling of like 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 the usual just WWE
Hmm.
pay-per-view. I don't know. It just felt it was a really weird pay-per-view in that sense.
Hmm.
And yeah, I don't know. There was just definitely some vibes, but I mean, I thought the one of the best entrants for the women's rumble was our truth for sure.
Yeah, dude, that like yeah, to
Yeah.
talk about like some of the bright spots, like our
Yeah.
truth killed it in both rumbles he was in.
Yeah. Dude,
So
he's been such a bright spot in general. Like I it's too good.
mhm.
Because especially like, like the Royal Rumble can because the rest of it was very serious, dude. Like they're like that's even
Yeah.
Rumble too. There's really some comedy. It's like you get to see a little bit of all of wrestling. You know what I mean? All the
Mhm.
different genres. You see some hardcore, like so like them back in the day, like the hardcore guys would come down with a garbage can and throw it in, and like
Yeah.
Rikishi would do his dance gimmick in the middle and then throw too cool out, like just
Yeah,
shit like
if you
that. Like I don't know.
like if you ever watch like those videos where it's like 20 greatest like phone rumble moments, like there was zero this year. Except like
Yeah.
None.
maybe the R True stuff.
Yeah.
But like you
Yeah.
said, there was no like Rikishi dance spot is like a timeless moment for like Rumble stuff.
Yeah.
There was none of that this year.
And I feel like there's always stuff going on around the Rumble too, like outside
Hmm.
the ring, like they cut to the back. So I don't know. There's so
I
many
mean, yeah,
things they've done over the
Chelsea
years,
Green
but
had some fun stuff in the Women's
Yeah.
Rumble. She was good.
yeah.
I mean, people looked good. I mean, Jade looked good for the most part.
Yeah, Jade looked
Yeah.
awesome, dude. And she hit that spot with Nia perfectly, and it was so
Hmm.
as over as it should have been. I thought one of the cleanest spots was Bianca's KOD on the apron to
That
Jordan
was really
Grace.
good. Yeah.
That was fucking sick. Like that's the stuff we should have been seeing in the guys match. Like what the fuck?
Yeah, like the women did
like
really well, and like they made the Rumble
yeah,
fun, and the
yeah.
guys just kind of just shit the bed.
Dude, the guys should have started out the night, honestly, and they should have ended with the women's.
Yeah,
But
I think it's just because
you know,
the finish wasn't there for the women's one. Like it was cool.
yeah,
Like I don't know. I feel like the moment of Cody winning is bigger than the moment of Bailey winning.
yeah, it
Even though
definitely
like I
is.
did want to see
Yeah,
Bailey win. So
and they had that good storyline within it too, of just like Damage Control wasn't supposed to show up into the Royal Rumble. It's Bailey
mhm.
saying
Yeah, that was a cool moment.
Asuka and him come in, and yeah, so that was and that was awesome. And trying to think that's right. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Bailey was straight throughout it. Like she was, great
Yeah.
storyline, and she's like in that in between half heel getting over
Hmm.
phase two, and she's playing that role perfectly. I thought, like,
They had
yeah,
the
I don't know the
cool
role.
they had the cool Kyrie Sane spot where she was like gripping the side of the ring trying not to fall out.
Oh yeah, yeah,
I thought it'd
yeah.
be
That was
cooler
dope.
if they did save her though, and she did get in.
That would have been cool. But yeah, she had
Hmm.
the Kofi Kingston spot more than Kofi
Yeah,
Kingston did.
Kofi
Yeah.
Kingston had fucking nothing, which is
He
like
didn't do
ridiculous.
it.
Yeah, he didn't do the thing.
It's just like I
He
don't say
didn't do the
it's
fucking thing.
just like I think they give like a cop out answer where it's like I messed up the last 2 years, so I'm like not doing it anymore. I'm like, bro, why not? Like you're
That's
like
even more of a reason.
everyone knows you're not winning it. Just do something fucking cool and memorable, even if you fuck it up.
Yeah. And no one held that against him fans wise. Like he's
I
been doing
know,
it so well so over the years. Like he had two fuck ups, whatever. Like no one was holding that shit against him. There
except
wasn't like
Jason.
yeah, except
I mean,
Jason.
yeah, I
But
did hold that against him.
yeah, well Jason started hating him ever since Triple H called him out for changing the accent.
That's
No
He's
true.
like, wait.
way.
He's like, what? You're not Jamaican? He's like, what
I
the fuck?
well, yeah, I
Mm.
did. I guess I felt a little lied to, maybe.
You
At
felt
that
betrayed.
time.
You definitely
Yeah.
did.
And Jason loves the
But
Jamaican culture. He loves Cool Runnings and
Dead
Bob
dude,
ends.
Marley.
cool runnings for life,
He
dude.
was betrayed.
Yeah.
Dude,
Okay.
give me a New Day Cool Runnings remake on Netflix.
That'd be
All
That
sick.
would
right,
be
Who would be
amazing.
please.
the fourth guy though?
Uh,
You need one
Our
more guy in
truth.
fuck.
that group. You
All
could throw
right,
in
all
our
right.
truth. That's not a bad
Yeah.
idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he,
Who's
dude, he would, because
He's got the
he's a good
comedy
actor.
chops, you
yeah?
know.
Who's
Yeah,
John
for
Candy
real,
though?
dude. Who's John Candy? Fuck.
Otis?
No, you need an older guy, I think.
Bruce
Yeah.
Pritchard?
Not
Jim
anymore.
Cornette?
Yeah.
Jim Cornette.
You could,
That would be good.
No,
dude,
trying to, who
honestly,
would,
if
yeah,
if he was alive, you could do Vader.
that would
Because
have been cool as
Vader
fuck.
acted.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
Boy Meets World.
Yeah. So you have Vader and then the New Day and R-Truth in a remake of Cool Runnings. That'd be sick.
Yeah. That's why I want to see him do with Netflix. We talked about that last week a little bit, but like
Hmm.
some cool stuff with making some short films, remakes and shit like that. Cause the whole WWE universe is gonna watch it.
Hmm.
And then you can pull some outside people too by adding
Just
some other actors in.
just
Like,
throw them in the Sandler films that they're all signed on for. Netflix
dude,
is.
we need that crossover because Sandler likes wrestling. You know, he showed
Hmm.
up to WWE over the years and he talks about how important it was in his formal years up in New Hampshire.
Hmm.
But yeah.
Yeah, I hope they do something cool with that.
So overall women's rumble, I would say it was like 4 stars, right?
Yeah,
That's what I give it. But I give it 4 Celsiuses. 4.
out of 5.
Yep,
And then
four
I
to
guess we can
five.
talk about. Well, we can still with Cody winning. Definitely the right choice.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Mhm.
yeah.
I give that choice 3 out of 3, so I was. But yeah,
Yeah,
I was gonna mention Phil getting hurt.
Yeah, we can talk about him.
He got
we
hurt by
we can go
Drew,
into the
is what
men's
people
rumble.
think.
Yeah, well, so going into the men, so we can get there in the men's rumble. Okay, so the men's rumble,
We had Andrade in the beginning,
which was
just
awesome.
about. Hmm.
He had a cool outfit on, badass
Hmm.
mask, and yeah, that was the only like exciting return. But we did forget Liv did return in the women's rumble too,
Yeah, that's true.
so that was a big return also. But yeah, for the guys, it was Andrade, and that's it.
I
No,
wonder,
no, like
not to go back to the women's rumble, but I feel like a lot of the women, like not top, but like near the top, are injured still. So I thought there'd be more returns, but I guess they're not ready, or not really injured, like or like pregnant. Like Carmella and Alexa Bliss just had their kids. I was like, maybe they'd come back, but I guess they're not ready yet.
yeah.
Yeah.
I thought Trish Stratus or Lita would make appearances. You
I think
know,
they
like
always go in, so maybe they
they
didn't
do.
want to.
I
Yeah.
Maybe they
honestly,
didn't want
yeah,
to do that.
Unless they're
yeah. The
doing like
women's
an
rumble
angle.
was, yeah. I felt like they had like everyone they put in was pretty solid in the women's rumble. You
Hmm.
know,
They
as for
spoiled
them, yeah,
they spoiled the one spot though because they showed like a Cody promo in like the cold open, and
yeah.
they have like Cody walking out towards the ring, but then you see them testing the Titantron for like Roxanne Perez's intro, and they like
Of
spoiled her
course,
entrance, and I was like, oh, I guess she's in it this year, which is
Mm.
cool as
yeah,
fuck that she's in it, but kind of
yeah,
whack they spoiled it.
yeah. And they brought Tiffany in from NXT,
Yeah, she was
she's the
cool.
shit, dude.
Yeah, I liked her a lot.
She's great, man.
Okay,
She
now to the men's, I guess.
I know it's hard. I want to just keep going
Yeah.
back to the women's rumble and talk about all the things they did right and the men's did
Hmm.
wrong. But
Yeah, I didn't mean
yeah,
to jump
Andrade was
ahead.
cool. No, it's
Andrade
cool.
was
I
Andrade
just
was
keep
cool.
cool.
remembering things. Yeah, not
Yeah,
really jumping
Andrade.
ahead. Yeah.
Yeah, Andrade. I mean, and he was in for a while, which I'm glad. You know, like
Hmm.
Yeah.
he had a good first, return back to WWE. So I'm glad he was like booked pretty strong in the Rumble at least.
He hit his banned Judas effect.
He did.
Yeah.
He did. That was a shot right at Jericho for sure.
Now
Um,
they let him use it towards the end of his run in AEW though.
yeah, Jericho said
He's
it's
like, it's
okay.
fine.
Yeah, you can do it.
Just
But one
once.
thing, speaking of spots that were fucking useless, was Pat McAfee's spot.
Fuck that dude. That
Which,
shit pissed me
which,
off.
Yeah, it was a
what the
waste.
fuck, dude? It's like, and the previous time that was done at a Royal Rumble was Drew Carey back in the day, but
Hmm.
he's a pussy. Like I get it, he was gonna be like scared and then just go out of the ring and not do it or whatever. But like
Hmm.
McAfee's wrestled matches, he's beaten Austin Theory. Why is he gonna be scared to like wrestle people? Originally, spot was apparently supposed to be him facing down with Brock Lesnar and then him being like, all right, yeah, you know what, like, but why not have him? And they did it with Omos, but like, why not have him at least battle with Theory or a couple different people in there first, and then maybe go up to like,
Yeah,
the
just
giant
have
Homo
him do
sapien
like
and
yeah, like you're saying, have him just come in, hit some spots on like three or four guys. He acts like he like clears the ring a little bit, and then he bumps into Omos, and then he eliminates
yeah.
himself.
Yeah, it makes no sense. Like, let him get his shit
Mhm.
in on the heels that were in the ring. Like, and the crowd likes Pat McAfee. Like, the
Yeah.
It
fuck,
was
and like,
just
cause he doesn't wrestle
useless.
matches all the time. Like, when he does wrestle, it's little spots like that at pay per
Mhm.
views. Like, I, it was such a fucking waste of a spot. And if they did that with Brock and the same thing, I would have felt the same way. It would have been fucking stupid.
Yeah, I don't think it mattered who he was getting stared down by. It was like
Yeah,
it's just the way he
yeah,
did it. It was fucking dumb.
yeah. It made no sense, and I don't know why he. I feel like he's a cool dude and wouldn't want to. I feel like he didn't enjoy doing that. I feel
Yeah,
like that wasn't something he really wanted to do, but our truth again, another bright spot.
save the
Like,
day.
dude, I've never seen that. That has to be the first time Royal Rumble, the tag spot
The
where he
hot
like,
tag, yeah.
yeah, yeah, that was too fucking good, dude.
Mhm.
I was that legit woke me up and I started laughing by the hot tag for sure.
Mhm.
Um, but then yeah, I mean, you were talking about the women's rumble kind of starting off slow. The men's rumble like was ending super slow, dude. Like when I don't
Yeah,
know that 20 and on, it started just kind of dragging a little bit, and
I think it's just like
yeah,
people were waiting for someone cool to come out, like someone like not cool, but like I said, like a surprise, like something unexpected, and then
yeah,
nothing happened.
yeah, and it kind of just went how,
Mhm.
and it went how we were like talking about it. Like, yeah, the final four is going to be Cody, Drew, CM Punk, and
It's
Gunther,
like it's like if you like booked
and
a Rumble with like your WB 2K roster and like you're limited.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, he didn't unlock any characters yet
yeah,
or get any of the upgrades.
yeah.
Yeah, you got like fucking the 32 guys, and you're
You
like,
got
oh,
the
great.
free Pat McAfee DLC, but and that's it.
Yeah, and he can't punch
It
or
was
anything.
$10, yeah, and he walks
Yeah,
in and out of the ring. It
yeah, he has
fucking
Yeah.
sucks.
no move set. Yep, he just fucking.
Mhm.
Oh, okay, all right, bye
He
guys.
can do, yeah, one
All
taunt
right,
and it's I'm scared.
Yeah.
But so now
and
that Punk
yeah,
is injured, do you think that, and possibly out of the WrestleMania picture, do you think this clears the way for Cody versus Roman or The Rock versus Roman and Cody versus maybe Seth? I don't know.
yeah. Well, it's just like another. Well, like so, Punk showed up on Raw, and basically the only like insight Raw kind of gave you into like the situation is that Punk's definitely, he's not wrestling at WrestleMania. Um, I know you would have really enjoyed the segment, Jason, and would have died laughing because like Punk was doing, he killed it. He did a promo about how he's the best in the world, but he doesn't always win. And he talked about, he's like, look what happened to me in the UFC, but I still fucking tried. And he's going through all this, and then the Drew's music hits, and he comes out, and Drew is like just saying like, yeah, I felt real bad for you, dude. That sucks, because we do both have kind of like similar dreams and stuff. But he's like, Phil, I don't see myself as a spiritual person, but he's like, but when I heard that you were injured and that you tore your tricep, he's like, I was so happy because I was like, my prayers were answered. And then he beat the living shit out of him, and then he stomped out his arm. He gave him the same send off that Rollins gave Rhodes after when
Mhm.
Rhodes was like gonna get surgery on that, and he beat him up on Raw and just attacked the injured area anyway because it didn't matter because he's getting surgery. So he sent him off TV like that, which was pretty cool.
Right on.
And then Rollins later in the show, him and Cody had a in-ring thing, and Rollins is trying to convince Cody that finishing the story should be him beating Rollins for that title, not Roman. And Cody
Yeah,
was just like,
I don't like that.
Co- yeah, and Cody was acting, giving a
Yeah.
face like awkward. He's like, this is awkward because I don't want to do that. Like, why? He's
Yeah.
like, you can't get anyone to face you now because Punk's gone. Like, whatever, dude. I don't want
Yeah.
to just stop it. Don't. But a high part of the Rumble, though, speaking of the Rumble, I would say is the KO and Logan Paul match for sure.
Bro, I didn't know who that guy was because I It was like
Yeah,
we were watching the Rumble. Like we watched me and my friends. We watched the Women's Rumble with sound on, and then they
yeah.
turned on NCAA football during the Roman match and the Logan match. But we had it on the computer still without sound. So when Logan Paul's manager came out, we're like, "Who the fuck is that?" Because we weren't
Dude,
listening to the
I didn't know.
commentary.
I didn't realize who the fuck it was. I think everybody was like probably was trending on the internet on X was who the fuck is that guy? That's all I saw.
Yeah,
Everybody's like, who
yeah.
the fuck is he, dude? I
It's
had
just
sound.
one
It's
of
like,
his
what the
weird
fuck is
friends,
going
I
on?
guess.
No,
I
I
think
know.
they
Yeah,
said
and
it was his. I think they said it was his manager.
Oh, really? I
because
thought it was
I'll
just it's
watch him.
another member of
Yeah,
his posse.
yeah, because when they
I might
involved
have made that
everyone,
up
you
in
can
my
see people.
head.
Yeah, you can see him in the crowd. People are just like, what? Who the fuck is that?
I think it's his manager. I'm almost positive.
But what that match was, that was probably, I don't know. That was, I enjoyed that match straight through for sure. The
Yeah.
ending was, what it is. But I think they're gonna have a few more matches, or at least one more. So it's kind of an even
Yeah,
program they're kind of doing. So I'm okay with it. But dude, the back-to-back swantons I've never really seen. Like them, I think Kevin did it first and hit it on him, and then Logan just hulked up and got right up and then hit a swanton on him, like
they're
off
killing
the
the
top
business, man.
ropes. I know. Sean's
Yeah.
showing him how to do it, dude. They're stealing the swanton from AEW. But yeah, his the full yeah, I don't know. Logan, he killed it. The full send thing, as Michael Cole coined it, was cool as fuck. And I don't know, he always has great spots, and
What about the?
still,
Do you like the DQ finish, or just because it
I,
prolongs? I guess, but
yeah. I mean, if it was the only match between them, I would have hated a DQ finish. But like, I feel like it's, they'll probably face each other at WrestleMania or at Elimination Chamber. That might be like the big singles match for Australia, because
mhm.
Prime is big in Australia. And I remember when it launched, that was like a huge, they were like insane about him over there. So I feel like he can be in a prominent spot for that. And there'll
Well, I
probably be
think
a
just
finality
yeah,
to that, though, to
it
that next match.
just makes Kevin Owens look stupid. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like he's been a heel. Like Kevin Owens has been a
Yeah.
heel in his tenure as a wrestling, and he knows to fucking hide the weapon you use. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I don't know. It's like you think he'd
Yep.
know better to throw their thing. I don't know, but like it's
He
wrestling,
should
so I shouldn't be
yeah.
thinking that hard about it. So
He should have
Yeah.
used that's why I was saying he should have used the dynamite diamond
Diamond
ring or
ring.
whatever.
that's
Yeah.
the easiest one to hide
Yeah. MJF should have fucking lent it to him. I feel like they're
for
probably
real.
cool.
Yeah, dude, the Young Bucks and Kenny got a shout out during the Rumble. You see that?
Like 2 years in a row, dude. Cody did the same thing, dude. I love that because it
Yeah.
gives me hope that
It's
one
just
day.
it's so funny that like he eliminates Punk and then like does the shout out to the Bucks and Kenny.
Yeah. But he's also friends with Punk, dude. That's why
Yeah,
it's so fun. I feel like, I don't know. It's hard to like not be friends with Cody. So I don't know what happened between him and
but it's
Tony
also
Khan.
and it's
But
funny too because like Drew is friends with all those guys as well, McIntyre, and he's like talking about injuring Punk and all that shit. I'm like,
yeah,
oh,
well
he did
that's
it
the
for
funny
Matthew and
part.
Nicholas.
Yeah. No, that's what's funny is
Yeah.
McIntyre, he knocked out Cody's tooth in the match, and
Mhm.
the spot that, and he's the one that injured Punk when we hit him the future shock DDT.
Or
That's
was that
when
just
Punk took.
Punk's fault for not adjusting his arm in the right spot?
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know. I
Yeah.
don't know whose even fault it is, or even if it's just
Hmm.
landed, or it's probably just re-injured his tricep. Like, I don't, you
No,
know what I mean?
it's
Because
the other tricep they said.
it's the other. That's
Yeah.
so weird because from what I've read, it's a really rare thing to do as far as tearing muscle wise. Like the
Hmm.
tricep doesn't really happen. The bicep usually
I
does, or
mean,
something
he's
else like
old,
that, or
but
the
like
pectoral.
he's old, but like so is everyone in WWE. You know what I mean? Like a lot of these guys
Uh,
are like around the same age, and they
uh,
don't get injured like that
his,
as much as
I get.
Fragile Phil took a spill. I just
I
made
guess
that up.
Dude,
I
Genius.
guess
Ryback was
it's
so
like,
happy.
uh, dude, I know, and he's literally still off from injury, right back, and he just
Yeah,
talks about all this shit, and then when people say something about his injury, he's like, "Stop asking when I'm coming back. Like, how dare you? You have no idea what I'm going through." And then you make fun of
he's
someone
getting
who
his
has an
stem
injury.
cells.
Yeah, they
You
need to
guys, I
inject
think
it in
that's
his
what he's
fucking
getting.
brain. He needs
Yeah.
it in his brain, not his shoulder.
Hmm.
I love that video of have you seen like the round table where like and the American Dragon is just ragging on him the whole time and just like making
Hey,
fun of him about road stories.
it's him and someone else, right?
Yeah, dude.
It's him,
And you get
Danielson, and who's the third guy?
I don't know, but
It's
he's
like
keep
table. It's like called Table for Three, isn't it?
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
I'll look it up. Who the third guy
Yeah,
was?
it's too good because he's getting shoot angry, and you can just tell it's just making Brian Danielson just go even harder on him. You know what
Mhm.
I mean? Because he's like, because if you yeah, it's how it goes, dude. Wrestling or the real world, you're ribbing somebody and it's affecting him, like you're gonna rib even harder because it's fucking because it's
Yeah,
working and it's funny. You know?
the third guy was Ziggler.
Mm,
Okay, so perfect. Yeah,
Yeah, another guy who'd probably just to lay it on him, just
yeah.
to fuck with him.
And then we would be remiss not to mention the last portion of the Royal Rumble, which was the Fatal Four Way match with Roman, LA, AJ, and Randy. And I don't know, it was okay.
And kind of Solo Sikoa, or whatever the fuck
Yeah,
his
and
name is.
yeah, per usual,
Yeah,
Solo. And I don't know, and everyone in the entire world knew Roman was winning that match. So it's like
yeah.
when you have a match like that, you need to like I don't know. Maybe make him dominant going into WrestleMania instead of having Solo like help him again, like the same formula over and over again. Like maybe do something a little bit different since everyone knows
Hmm.
what's gonna happen. Like
And it wouldn't be
give
that
it
hard
some
to
type
do
of
that
versatility,
with
right? Like
four guys in the match. Like
right?
you need to cheat with four dudes. I didn't mean to say
Oh
that. Um, you know what I mean though. Like there's
yeah.
definitely better ways that he can have a slime ball win when there's like three other people in the match besides having an interference that you do with every match.
yeah.
Yeah.
You could
It,
even
it,
have the slime balls from NWA interfere,
That's
and that
true.
would be different,
yeah.
you know?
We can't
Yeah.
say Forbidden Door because Triple H hates it for some reason, so they can come
Yeah.
through the
Interesting.
whatever.
He thinks it's stupid.
It's like it's stupid and silly.
Yeah.
I'm
He
like, all
had a
right,
lot to
bro.
say. Yeah. Did you read anything about the Vince indictment? I didn't read any of it.
He's like,
You
oh,
know,
I was
I,
busy.
I just found out like everyone else, like Cody. Yeah, for sure. But Cody, I thought did better PR for that, honestly, and it was,
100%.
and
Yeah.
that shouldn't have been on him, dude, at all. Triple H should have
I
been the
know.
first person out there, and I feel like Cody went out first because they knew he would
Dude, Triple H
answer
should have
that.
been the first person out there and not took questions, just address the situation head on and be like, this is what I can't talk about, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah,
And don't ask any more questions about it. This is my
yeah,
statement right now.
yeah. Vince is currently out of his acting position. Like we're moving forward, blah blah blah. Yeah,
And just like
and
denounce allegations. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, and I didn't
like
read any of it. Like, yeah, sure, dude. If you
it's
even
like,
work for the
dude, you
company,
read
what? It's
all
your
of
step.
them.
It's your
Yeah.
father-in-law, dude. It's your wife's
Yeah.
father. Yeah, you read it, dog. You know what's going on. Like, but yeah, I feel like you put Cody out first, knowing that's what would happen, and Cody
Hmm.
did. You know, I mean, it's not like Cody gave some insane explanation. He gave the only one he could give because he's not
Yeah,
like
he's
directly
not an
involved. He's just in a
executive of the
locker
company.
room.
Yeah, they
Yeah,
do that to kind of discredit it, to make it like, oh, it's the publicist, but like you can't ask Cody that. He doesn't have anything to do with it, you know?
Hmm.
And
yeah,
it's
and so
like, well, why do you think they put him there? You know what I
Yeah.
mean? To be the
yeah,
first one to have be
yeah,
for anyway.
yeah.
At
I was,
least
I
someone
was
asked too. Like at least the reporters actually asked him about it.
Yeah, for that and the AW press conference, like I'm glad they
Hmm.
at least asked, like whether like no matter what the allegations are, true, false, in between, like when there's allegations out there, they should be asked about it and in a public forum and have some sort of answer, you know? I was waiting for Triple H to put on the wig like Tony Khan. Like both
I
of them,
forgot
like
about that.
but
Yeah.
dude, that was Triple H's chance, you know, because Tony Khan, like his answers weren't really bad with everything. He was kind of like, well, the other, you know, we're the best in the world, whatever, at that stuff. But like,
Hmm.
he should have taken the wig off for it. That like, I don't know, I've been a little more serial. But Triple H like had a chance to be
that
like,
was a setup.
listen, yeah. So
Like,
I don't
he
know.
got the wig on. Ask a question now.
Yeah, yeah. He did that on
No,
purpose. The wig gives him
Triple
power.
H should have been way more prepared. He had the opportunity to give like an okay answer and then chose to give the worst answer possible.
Yeah, and the thing is he's never been like that, dude. He
Yeah.
is like he's always answered questions head on, and even ones that are uncomfortable. In interviews he's done all over the years, since when he was just a wrestler on like on Landsberg's show on like the that Canadian sports network. He'd
Mhm.
always do like really good shoot interviews, but he would ask him real asshole questions. And Triple H, he even talks about one of those episodes why he's so because he's talking about China and stuff like that a little bit after it happened, like and he was super honest. And Landsberg's like, yeah, it's a really great you do it. It's like, and he talks about how Vince taught him that. He's like, you hit it head on, like any stuff like that, and you answer it. Like when you don't answer, it just lets people create their own narrative or form their own ideas based off of the
Yeah,
media they have at their disposal. And
it
it makes
makes
it
him
look
it
sketchy.
makes him seem more involved in the situation,
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
which
yeah,
he very well could be, and he could. I mean, there is a chance that Triple H and
And a lot of them
even
now.
Shawn Michaels and other people in the company get fucking canned because of it. I don't think it's a big
yeah,
chance. I think there is a chance, but
Yeah.
there should be a house
yeah,
clearing,
yeah,
and I don't think
Clear the
that's gonna happen.
swamp.
I don't think that's gonna
yeah,
happen anytime soon. Like
yeah. I don't.
I think they're gonna wait until like more court stuff happens before they start pulling
Yeah.
triggers on people.
Well,
Hmm.
let's go with TKO because TKO doesn't give a fuck. Like they're doing internal investigations, and anyone that's like that they come across that's involved with this that looks bad for them, that's gonna say, "Peace, dog.
Hmm.
Have a good one." But it
As they
seems like,
should.
yeah, but it seems like I don't know. I feel like if they knew Triple H had more involvement, they might be. I don't know.
Well, what if they know and they're just like scrambling to like who is gonna run the company now?
Yeah.
Like creatively.
No, I know.
And there's
Who
only
would
one
who
there's only
who
one
would
real
take
answer.
over if there was no Triple
There's
H?
only one real answer to that, and it's Freddie Prince Jr.
Oh, thank God.
Here
I thought
we
you were gonna
go. This is what
Freddie
we've all been waiting for.
Freddie
Mm,
Prince with the Brian
Ready.
Kendrick.
I hope so.
Yeah, maybe he can be on the board. He's
Yeah,
gonna need to clean
I'll
up
fit
his
right in.
act.
Yeah. Shag and
I thought
Scoob
we were trying to clean
will
up the
be his
place.
Briscoe and Patterson.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, but no, but truthfully, yeah, I don't know who they'd have. Who would they have replace Triple H? I don't know.
Yeah.
Give it to
Dude,
Regal,
Tony Khan, dude.
maybe.
yeah, is
Shut the
Vince
fuck up.
yeah, what if Vince
I'm playing.
Shane
imagine if
O'Mac.
Vince, we've talked about
Shane
this in the
O'Mac.
past.
Hmm.
Like imagine if Vince made his own wrestling company.
So outside of this, that'd be crazy.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Imagine
He
like I wonder what
revives Capital
I
Wrestling.
wonder if he's probably signed contracts that say like he couldn't have a competing company or some shit like that. And
Who knows now that he's out?
yeah,
But
that'd be so weird. I
he's
don't
not
know.
short of money to do so. So
Yeah, I don't know. He can fight. He can face Ric Flair
Tyrus, yeah, Ric
in
Flair.
AEW. Yeah, Vince versus Rick.
Nah, it's Tyrus, and he gets a match during the Fox News ad breaks.
Yeah, that'd be good. Tyrus, I don't know if he'll come out of retirement, man. He left it all out there, you know.
Yeah.
You
He
know,
left it
when you
all.
end your career with a 5-star match like that with EC3, I mean,
Dude,
why would you go back,
if
dude?
you had Tyrus come out at number 30, I'm popping. Like if honestly, like I never popped
Yeah,
before.
Yeah.
yeah. It would take him 20
Let,
minutes to get to the ring, but hey, dude.
let
Yeah,
me
that
tell you
would
something.
build suspense.
If Tyrus was in that
But
match, no way CM Punk gets injured. All I'm saying.
yeah, I do agree with that. Yeah, he should have
Ryback, on
eliminated
the other
Drew.
hand,
Right back, everyone's getting injured.
yeah,
So
even him
Yeah, yeah, exactly, dude.
injuring himself.
Ryback injures, dude. Yeah, he doesn't ever leave himself out. So I mean, at least Ryback is like down the middle. He isn't just hurt other people, you
mhm.
know.
You
So
think Drew McIntyre did it on purpose, and then he's not renewing his contract, and he's showing up at All In.
yeah, that's what all the conspiracies are saying. That the two people that he felt like didn't deserve their spots is Cody and Punk. So he injured both of them. He knocked out Cody's tooth
That'd be,
and
dude.
tore
That'd be
Punk's try.
you know how insane that would be if like the last thing Drew does of merit in WWE is fucking injure Punk and then leave to
Yeah,
AEW.
dude. When
He'd be a hero.
dude, I missed him as a heel, and like
He's doing great work right now.
it's an even better heel than last time because he's even
Hmm.
better on the mic, and it's
Yeah.
dude, yeah, just the shit we were talking about before, the promo at Punk where he was just saying like, you know, I prayed for this and it came true.
Yeah. Yeah. He's awesome. He's always been cool.
Yeah. So I mean, I don't know. I think he's showing his value to WWE, and he's only going to get a bigger
I
contract,
don't.
whether he
Yeah.
ends up at AEW or
I
I don't
don't
know.
think it's a matter of money right now. I think it's does he want to stay in the company more than anything.
Yeah. And
So.
there's always been like talk of him taking like a little break and stuff too. But
Hmm.
guys always say that, but then they're just kind of
And they
like,
never do.
nah. Yeah, they don't
Yeah.
ever do it.
That was like Mox. Mox is like, yeah, I'm taking a break. And then he's just signed AEW and
Yeah.
look back. And
Yeah,
I guess
Roman was
we,
supposed to take a break
yeah,
like Roman was going to take a break like 2.5 years ago. So
he did, bro. He filmed Hobbs and Shaw.
I'm not sure it was money, dude. But yeah,
I wanted to talk about Collision real quick. That's
let's
my
hop into the
segue.
AEW realm.
Paul
Shit.
Blart style.
Oh, bring us
He
in.
rides one anyway. But yeah, Collision. I was watching it while I was watching Royal Rumble, and so I caught the matches that really caught my eye. I gotta say, they're building up the Kingston and Brian Danielson. Chris just waved at me. Brian Danielson feud, which is pretty cool. There's a pretty good match with Willie Mack and Eddie Kingston, and it was sad everyone's like reposting this botch he did, but like,
Yeah, I
come
saw
on.
that.
He's
Yeah.
done this move
Yeah,
a billion times. Like, it's the standing shooting star press. And
yeah, yeah.
besides that, though, it was a good match. And Yuji Nagata, I think is how you say his name,
Hmm.
against Brian was good. Very good match. If it's Brian
All
Danielson,
right.
it's
All
gonna
right.
be good. That's all I have to say.
That
That's
guy's
my hard.
awesome. A few matches that guy's had on AEW, Nagata, have always been like fun though.
Really, yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
he had that
trying
one
to.
match. He had it with Mox. That was like one of the first
Did he
ones,
fight
like
Eddie
21.
Kingston or no?
I think so.
Okay.
Because he came in like 21 or 20. Remember when Kenta came to Jacksonville that one time? I think the next guy that come through like the Forbidden Door was Nagata
Mm,
versus Mox.
right on.
Yeah, Eddie definitely faces Eddie because anytime Eddie's getting upset backstage about creative or anything, like Tony to make him happy again, and he's like, all right, listen, we'll bring an NJPW guy in or something.
And
And
it's like a legend. It's like a Japanese wrestling
yeah,
legend.
we'll bring you a Japanese legend. You're like, all right, fine, thanks, Tony.
Ooh, they brought up
It's
my
like,
one guy. What the fuck was his name? It's like Akiyama, I think his name was. I don't know.
yeah,
He was an
Aki,
all Japan guy.
yeah, it's which is awesome.
Jun?
I love that part of like Eddie's like not only does he always have his AEW stuff going on, but he's like the main guy that always battles like all these Japanese
Dude,
stars.
that's one of the cool things about AEW is that like they have like just like like side characters that like sometimes show up. Like they
Yeah,
had like Minoru Suzuki just show up again to fight Edge.
yeah,
It's just like kind of fun and refreshing that like randomly dudes can show up, have a match, and leave.
yeah. I'm glad he didn't shake his hand too at the end. That was
For
hilarious.
real. Yeah.
He's just like ah, this fucking like gargle noise he did,
Yeah.
and then Edge just like broke the fourth and just like talked about it in real time.
Yeah.
He's like that's cool, dude.
And also on Collision they
Coke.
announced that they're doing a partnership with CMLL, the Lucha
Yeah,
company.
well, yeah. As you're saying, like how people just come in, like they did their
Hmm.
little invasion angle attack in Moxley and the boys.
Yeah.
And what they have a match on Rampage, I think. A trio.
Yeah.
It was a
No,
was it
they
Is it Rampage or
on
Collision?
Rampage. They're fighting on Dynamite against Blackpool.
The
I'm
four
pretty
v
sure.
four. Yeah,
But
four v
on
four.
Rampage, they're fighting Menard, Cool Hand Ange, and two other people.
Seidel and Danielson.
There you
Or
go.
not Danielson.
Uh,
Daniels. Christopher Daniels.
Christopher Daniels.
My bad.
That I don't
Yeah.
know. Are you just taking a shot in the dark?
No, I'm positive.
Oh, okay, right on.
It's 2.0 Seidel and Christopher Daniels.
Okay, right on. I didn't know if you were just like name up two other
No, that's because those are the guys who
enhancement
ran.
talent.
Those are the guys who like ran. Strike that from the record. Don't call them that. Those are the guys who ran out to help Mox.
Right on.
But yeah, so next time I think the
Oh, right,
4v4. So which is cool because CMLL has been, they've been like getting more in the
Is it
United
four?
States realm more, which is pretty cool. And same with like the World Wrestling Council, which like Zig did some stuff with. Same with who actually Chris Masters won the title for them.
That's cool.
That other company, yeah. But CMLL, yeah, they've been. I feel like they're the main competition with
Triple A,
Lucha Libre,
Triple
right? Yeah,
A.
the Trip
Yeah,
A.
AEW told Triple A to eat it. It's crazy.
Yeah, so I guess they're gonna work with CMLL now, which is kind of
Yeah,
funny.
yeah. So in Dynamite next week, it's Claudio Boxley Danielson versus guys. I'm gonna butcher their names. I don't even want to try to pronounce it. Mascara Dorado 2.0, Ray Hichisero. I don't fucking know how to pronounce these
Hell
names.
yeah.
And Volador Jr. Volador, I don't fucking know.
I'm
They
putting
seem
your
badass though.
pronunciations on a soundboard.
Dude, stop.
Yeah,
Yeah, I heard good things about the one guy who's unmasked. This guy. Oh fuck, you can't see it.
yeah, I know you're talking about. Yeah,
Volador, I heard he goes hard, so I hope he shows that. And
yeah.
also
So
on Collision, you were talking about the cage match that happened.
Yeah, that was fun. As soon as it started, they just tossed Mark Briscoe right into the fucking table, like
Yeah,
off the
so what? They
stage.
beat up Garcia before the match or something?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure like earlier in the night or right before the match. I don't know. It was so much wrestling that night. There was a lot
Hmm.
going on. But yeah, he like I think they did something to his eye because he was wearing like this weird bandage around his like head.
Hmm.
And then he also got misted by Julia like late in the match.
Hmm.
But it was crazy. It was like a spot fest. There's like a couple table spots and I don't know, some of like the like psychology behind like how the match works is like a little weird because it's like
It was like
escape the
escape the
cage.
cage. Yeah.
Yeah, because like essentially you're always gonna leave one of your guys with two of the other guys,
Wait,
kind
so
of,
how did it work?
depending.
What were the rules?
Um,
Like, how do you win?
whoever escapes the cage last, like whoever's left in the cage loses.
Okay, so you just have to get 2 feet on the ground.
Yeah, yeah. And you can walk
Okay,
out the
so
door,
your whole
climb
team.
over.
Okay.
Yeah. So like they were trying to be strategic about it. So I guess it kind of was like making it make sense, you know what I mean?
Hmm.
And another way that they made it like not super predictable is like Dax was like fighting Brody King like the whole time and they were like beating the fuck out of each other. And Dax went like running full speed out of the cage and then Brody King like and he like shut the door behind him. Brody King's like just went head first like through the fucking
Oh,
door.
I did see that. Yeah,
Yeah, it was
yeah.
good. And it made sense because it's like, oh, he was so mad he chased after him to like leave the guys, you know what I mean?
I
And
saw
his
the one
team.
spot where like Cash jumped off the top, did like a dive. That looked
Yeah,
cool.
yeah. There was a lot of crazy spots.
Cash is a madman. Like if you have him, if he wasn't doing like old school wrestling type shit, he'd be kind of nuts, like high flying.
Yeah. I think they
yeah,
have a good mix of all that stuff, you know.
Hmm.
it
But
was
yeah, it was
definitely
a
just
fun
rough.
match.
It was definitely just rough the collision going up against the Royal Rumble though,
Oh yeah, definitely.
Nothing you can
just
do
because.
though.
But most people watch it the next day. That's what I did,
Hmm.
because they're just like talking shit like, oh, their ratings were 300K, and it's just like, yeah, I mean, Royal Rumble was
Like,
That was a
on
good
what do you
impression.
the
expect, bro?
yeah, and
Their
like it would be a
ratings were
weak move.
300K.
Yeah, it would be a weak move if they moved it to another day to avoid WWE. Avoiding baseball or football or a certain sports like that makes sense, but like you wouldn't do it with
Yeah,
WWE
that
event,
actually just came out today. That I think it's Wednesday, March 20th. It's the first 3 hour block because March Madness is on TBS and it's or TNT and it's gonna bump their time slot. So they're putting Dynamite and Rampage together on March 20th. So it's gonna be a 3 hour block of AEW on that Wednesday.
That's dope. It should be a 4 hour block, but what can you do?
That would be four. What do you mean?
Or is you
It's
said? Oh,
Rampage,
sorry, with
Rampage.
Rampage. I was
Yeah,
seeing
yeah.
Collision for some
No,
reason.
no, no.
Yeah, because in a
Which
few
is
weeks,
like
after
too
Revolution, they're
too
filming a
much.
Collision on a Thursday.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I saw that too.
That's
That's
down. That's
too.
down. Yeah,
See,
down in Georgia.
dude, I saw that Duluth. 3 hours. I don't care if it's AEW or WWE. It's too much. It's too much
Yeah,
wrestling. But it'll be fine though. I'll be
yeah.
sleepy. I'll be a sleepy boy while I'm watching it.
I
But
feel like the perfect amount would be like 2 hours and 15 minutes.
yeah, I agree.
Because sometimes when
Yeah.
shows are going over, even to go over 5, 10 minutes, sometimes I'm like, all right, I feel like an extra 15 minutes would be
Mhm.
nice.
3
Usually,
hours is just long. It's different if
yeah,
it's a
because you
pay per
got to fill a
view,
lot
but
of
when it's
spots and
weekly on
shit.
like a Monday night, it's long.
Yeah, it is. They've been filling Raw up really well, but at the
Mhm.
same time, yeah, it is. And that's why they haven't decided yet when they go to Netflix if they're going to be 3 hours still or 2 hours. It's
Well,
still
who knows? Because
up in the air.
what they're gonna do, because there's technically you don't have to do commercials, so you kind of can do
Probably just
whatever
be a
you
2 hour
want
show, right? Probably just be a 2 hour show, commercial
and
free,
just
I
go
guess.
all. I don't think so because they need commercials. Like commercials allows them to set shit up, so they'll probably do like their own Netflix type beat commercials. But like I don't know, maybe it
Yeah,
won't. I don't know. Maybe it'll be 2.5 hours. I don't know.
yeah.
It's
I
still
don't.
a
Yeah,
long time for them to figure that out.
yeah.
Yeah.
It'll be interesting
What
for
else happened
sure.
on Dynamite?
Well, Dynamite was really fucking cool when you
Hardy
look at
versus
it.
John Moxley.
What's I'm saying, Jeff Hardy started the show and
Mhm.
RVD ended the show. I
Yeah,
mean,
that was cool.
if you told me that in 2024 there would be a Dynamite in January that we're getting that, I'd be like, fuck you, I
Dude,
love you. 2024 is the best.
RVD spoiled his surprise. I'm on because I was on Twitter as I was watching it, and like
Yeah,
5 minutes before the swerve match happened, he like tweeted someone on his account tweeted RVD at Dynamite and then a YouTube link on his like RVD Twitter page. And I was like, huh? I was like, is he coming out tonight? And then he came out 5 minutes later. And I was like,
yeah,
someone fucked up on his social media team.
yeah, for real. That's fucked
Hmm.
up. Dude, that
Cool as
was
fuck
awesome
nonetheless
though.
though.
It's
Yeah.
just like, dude, that's like video game dream match shit. That's the kind of stuff
Hmm.
I would like to see at the Royal Rumble. But like, yeah, Swerve, one of your most over guys, he just has a main event with RVD, which is fucking.
Hmm.
It was, and they had a great match. RVD got his shit in. He looked
It
good
looked
for
great.
his
Yeah.
age. Like
Yeah.
he's still looking dope with all of his moves. What does he call that one move again? I should know the name when he
Which
jumps
one?
off the apron and the guys on the guardrail and
Oh, I have no idea what it's called,
he
but
does the 180
it's
leg
sick. Yeah.
drop on that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that looked great. It
And
looked fucking
his
awesome.
ECW theme song's fucking sick when he comes out.
Yeah.
Yeah, the
Walk by
Pantera.
Pantera.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, it's badass.
Thanks
And
for splurging on that, Tony. We appreciate it.
yeah, thanks
Tony's the goat for
TK.
doing that, for
Yeah.
doing
He
like
is.
picking popular music for people's walkouts.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Carry
awesome.
on, my wayward son. Always gets me to pop.
Yeah, that's like Roddy's theme. I was talking to Jason about that is badass. The Kill Switch Engage.
Hmm.
The It's like the alternate to Punk song, who used to use Kill Switch Engage. It's a different song, but yeah,
And plus Mikey Ruckus fucking kills it for the custom music when they
Yeah, he has
don't
a lot of cool
outsource.
songs.
yeah.
'Cause did he? I guess did he do the new Bullet Club theme song? Probably
Probably.
because that's really cool too. I really like their stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That was a funny ass segment they did
With them in the
because it was
acclaimed.
like it didn't do anything. It didn't push the story. It was just like them like hanging out. And it was
Goofing
just kind of
around.
cool.
yeah,
Yeah.
dude, they're the
It was
ultimate
kind of
super stable.
it was refreshing kind of. It was just like just some
Yeah.
guys having fun like
Dude,
to
Yeah.
split up the wrestling.
yeah, because dude, Bullet Club Gold has always kind of been like a DX type stable where they're
Hmm.
bad guys, they're heels and shit, but like you want to root for them because they're hilarious too, and like they do a bunch of wild shit.
Hmm.
And
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't know, just
it was cool seeing like the dog shit Undisputed Kingdom faction, and then like the best faction going right now, like the Bang Bang Scissor game come out.
Dude,
Like
Bang
it's
Bang
like
Scissor
two
Gang should just
different
be,
parallels.
Yeah.
yeah, they should just be put over the Undisputed Kingdom over and over again.
Yeah.
I'm talking about Wardlow, so I guess Wardlow came out today that it's not like serious, the
I
injury, so
guess
that's
he's
cool.
fine. It looked fucking bad.
Yeah, it looks
Like at
pretty
the very
brutal.
least, he sprained it, dude. He needed the
Mhm.
ropes to pull himself up. He was still holding on the ropes at the end. Even when he was walking outside the ring, he was putting
Dude,
his hand on the side of the ring, dude.
it was
Like,
more his reaction to it too. Like he knew he was hurt. Like he was
yeah,
smacking the fucking ring steps
uh,
and shit as he was walking
well,
out.
yeah, and he,
And
dude, and he
like you
could
could
have,
see him like cursing when his music was playing.
yeah, and like he could have, and he's lucky he like was able to drop. Like he could have,
He could have fucked that guy up,
her,
Commander.
her, yeah, he could have fucked Commander up, dropping him but he was able to at least drop him like that, kind of
Hmm.
give him like a jackknife, so he'd land on his back the right way. But
Dude, that'd be so bad
yeah,
if he actually like injured himself. Like another fucking guy going down, especially
Yeah.
in that group.
yeah, and I don't know how they say it that fast. That's what's so weird when you're watching it. Adam Cole's like, no, he's fine, and Taz is like, yeah, there might be another guy in a wheelchair in the stable, which I
Yeah.
was like, that's so fucked up that Taz just said that because
Mhm.
I'm watching him on the outside of the ring, pissed off as like, yeah, as you were saying, Wardlow, I'm like,
Yeah,
he's like, and Taz was saying that shit. I was just like, that's
that was
which
pretty
would be
gnarly.
funny, dude, if he comes out and Wardlow
Bro,
starts acting.
what do you do in that situation? Like your top two guys in that stable go down. You know what I mean? Like you're fucked.
I don't know. I feel like, and it was too soon for like that report too to say like, oh, he's all like Warlow's saying he's all
Yeah,
right
he's
like
fine. Like you
because you
haven't
usually have to
gotten.
wait for swelling to go down and then you get the MRI the next day and then you kind of have an idea. So maybe he would know.
Mhm.
So there's probably no tear, but it's probably
Might
at
have just
least it's
tweaked
a
it. I don't
hundred
know.
percent at least strained. Like he sprained that knee at
Mhm.
least. Like which means I do not see him wrestling next week on Dynamite or Collision.
No, he should take
I
it
don't see
easy.
it. Yeah. Because a sprain can turn into a small tear or a full tear and a worse injury, and
Mhm.
his power bomb move, like I don't know, it puts especially the week before, like how he's kind of doing the last ride and he walks around, you can see how much pressure he's putting on his knees, doing that little extra leg work shit
Yeah.
too, so yeah, they need to make
Well,
sure he's good to
at
go.
least it appears he's okay. So that's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So because who knows when MJF's gonna get back? Because he definitely got surgery. He's just not gonna talk about it or
Apparently he just got done filming another movie too.
yeah, I saw that. Some like indie type film.
Like some indie film about like a Jewish summer camp, like in
Yeah, like
somewhere
rival summer
In like New
camps, right?
York. It seems like a fun movie, like a little like kind of like
Yeah,
a Wet Hot American Summer type beat,
Do
but I
you
don't
think it's a
yeah,
know.
serial killer that comes to town?
No, I think it's a
yeah.
comedy.
No, he plays Ken Marino's character,
Yeah, yeah.
kind of like in Hot American,
I wonder. I didn't like read
Hot
too much
American
into
Summer.
the film. Like, I wonder if it's set in present day or if it's set in like the 80s, 90s, or early
Yeah, I don't
2000s,
know.
something like that.
Yeah, I think there's like a rival camp at that lake they
Hmm.
stay at. That's like a lot cooler and shit. And they're the dorks or some shit.
It's like heavyweights.
It's like
That's what.
meatballs.
That's what I hope so, dude. We need to have heavyweights too, and
I don't
hopefully
know.
WWE does that with Netflix, and Otis can be in it, and fucking.
I was gonna say Otis.
Dude, please just give
And
us
you
what
need
we
like
want.
Baron Corbin because he used to be fat and now he's like skinny now, and he can be
Yeah,
like
he's
the
one of
leader of
the
the other camp.
the one of the mean coaches.
Yeah, yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
Heavyweights is a Disney movie, so is that under the
Shit,
same umbrella or
shit.
no? Probably
No,
not.
Disney didn't have that WWE fuck money to purchase
It's
them. I mean, they
true.
did have it. They just probably didn't want to spend as much as
They
TKO did, I guess, you know?
they knew about the Vince stuff. That's what it
Yep,
was.
because they
Yeah.
were at the same gatherings as him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they
Eyes
said,
wide shut
And
shit.
Dana White was like, "Why didn't I get invited?"
yeah, you asshole Vince. But no, Disney, Mickey Mouse was like, oh, that's fucking child's play. Mickey Mouse is even sicker shit, dog.
Yeah. Well,
uh,
they can bring in the one Mickey Mouse because they lost the it's
Lost the
like
rights to him.
yeah, it's like 100-year thing, whatever it's called.
Yeah,
Public
yeah.
Steamboat
domain.
Willie.
Yeah, Steamboat Willie. I think we're gonna make him like one of our characters on our show, right? We're
Hmm.
gonna
Ooh,
add Steamboat Willie,
that's not a bad idea.
right?
Yeah.
Steamboat Willie would be a good like. He can be like our Artie. He can be our comedian.
He's just sleeping and eating and drinking fucking Kool-Aid
Yeah,
and
yeah. Do a good impression here and
eating
there, and
little
then
cupcakes.
yeah,
Yeah.
Steamboat Willie's back on methadone again. He's late, but he
He's
got held up.
he's late, and when he gets here, he's nodding off. So
Yeah, with his sunglasses on. Good night, Steamboat. Uh,
We love you, Artie. Come home.
but yeah, so also with Dynamite, what did you guys think about Jericho versus Fletcher?
it's just like the feud is just like cool match. Don't get me wrong.
The
Yeah.
ultimate Judas effect was awesome.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
just
off the
like
top was cool.
what's the point of the feud? Like it's been going on for so long.
Yeah.
Like I don't
And
know what the
Fletcher,
payoff is.
dude, and Fletcher is the ROH TV champ, and he's had so much. He's been so good on his own singles.
Mhm.
Like, did you really have to feed him to Jericho?
You think
Like, I don't
Os
know, but
is Osprey Jericho the payoff? Like at Revolution or some bullshit? I guess.
I I guess
I
yeah.
don't know.
Well, because now the next payoff is like Jericho's facing
Takeshita,
Takeshita.
which I
Yeah,
think Takeshita should win
he better.
because
Like
Jericho beat Takeshita in Japan,
yeah, and that was
which
a
makes sense
DDT,
because
right?
yeah, Jericho has strength and powers in Japan. That's a true
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they love him over there. Yeah, and
But
he was
yeah,
a
but
heel winning, and
yeah,
Takeshita was working as a face too.
I
So
think Takeshita should hopefully win, but who
I think
fucking
he
knows?
does. Yeah, and I think that's why they
What
set it up
happened to
like
Sammy?
that.
Is Sammy hurt again or some shit? Where's he been?
I don't know. I don't think he's hurt again. I don't know. But with yeah, I don't know with Takeshita too. Like, so Jericho, I feel like he's like, yeah, I'll lose to him, but you're gonna feed me Fletcher, who's been even hotter right now in singles than
Mhm.
Takeshita, honestly. And then of course, like he's like, don't worry, kid, I'll put you over because it's gonna take like my first ever Super Judas effect to beat you, and no one's ever gotten that. So like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
so see, like you know, it's not, and I get that, and like I was okay with the win. It was badass, but at the same time, it's just like he probably could have taken someone else out besides Fletcher, maybe.
Back to
I don't know.
Sammy. I was just thinking,
I've just been such a Kyle Fletcher fan. I'm a
I
Mark, all
feel like,
right.
yeah, I think Sammy went away probably as a result of all of that heat in that match. But instead of, you know, giving Jericho any punishment, they just said, Sammy, you're off TV.
Wait, what
Wasn't
he?
he off TV before that?
I
I
don't
can't. I'm
know.
trying to remember the timeline of like when
No,
Sammy.
because it was like Sammy, Jericho, Sting, and Darby, right? Versus
Yeah,
Oh,
everyone.
yeah.
that was happening during that. Yeah, that was at.
Yeah.
I think he got hurt again at that match, didn't he?
Oh, okay, right on.
I don't fucking know.
Damn.
Well, get better, Sammy. All
Yeah,
right.
get better, man.
Just end this fucking feud already.
Yeah, I don't get it, dude. At this
Yeah.
point, it's like, and the Don Callis family, like, I like all of the wrestlers he's got in the family, like, but they need to be doing something else, like
They're
going for titles,
They're
right?
monsters, dude. Why are we fucking feuding with Jericho and Sammy this whole time?
Yeah, and Jericho and Sammy should finally just have their match against
Yes.
each other. That's what Revolution should have
Up.
been. Jericho versus Sammy. Like,
Hmm.
Jericho doesn't put him over. Don't worry, kid. I'll put you over next one.
Yeah.
Hey, sorry, I'm going on tour with Fozzy, so I'll put you over on a rampage.
I'll let you
But I
wear
have
my
to,
Bowie outfit.
yeah, yeah, I'll be in his Bowie outfit, and Sammy has to hit his finisher 10 times. Yeah,
He said,
Jericho.
"Oh no, he
Yeah.
had didn't." That's what happened. Sammy got hurt. I think in that match, it was like that. It was a street fight with Starks and Big Bill, where he like took like that Shane O'Mac kind of bump, where he
Oh
fell.
yeah, that's
He did this.
right. That's
He did the
right.
swanton off that big
Okay.
whatever that shit's called.
The
It was like 30
stage.
feet up. Yeah.
Yeah, into the box thing or whatever. Yeah,
So I think he might have banged himself up from that, and that's why he's off TV for a little bit.
yeah,
Plus, he still has a kid at home. He's trying to raise, so.
yeah.
Hey guys,
That kid's gonna be a future champ for sure.
Mhm.
what about Gypsy Rose being backstage at
And
AEW?
Ricky,
Yeah,
dude,
and Ricky.
She's
she's
all
all
elite.
elite, bro. Gypsy Rose is all elite, and I think she's the women's division. Get ready, all right.
She's
Yeah, you
got
thought
heat. She's got
Mercedes
support.
Monet. It's Gypsy.
They just
Yeah.
put you in check, dude. She just put these motherfuckers in check. So I don't know. Do you think she'll join the Outcasts, or I feel like she like she would work as a, or maybe if David Benoit comes, she could be his valet.
That would be cool. I would be
That's
into
fucking
that.
crazy.
Right? I mean,
That's a
they have a
crazy
relationship
statement.
with him. They have a
That's
dude.
true.
I mean, they work with both of them. I'm just trying to see where they would
What?
fit.
I am no pervert.
But yeah, who pissed on my seat? There's piss on my seat. There's pee pee, which I think brings us into the Tony segment.
Yep. Thank God.
Yeah. Well, as usual, she's great on commentary. Honestly, she's good with anything she does right now. But like it's always fucking hilarious, and I like when they cut to her in commentary and they'll make it black and white too sometimes. But my real question is, do you think Deonna Purrazzo takes the title from her? Because that's a lot of people think, and I don't think so.
Yeah, I was seeing that last night. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not
I
sure,
saw a lot of
Yeah,
honestly.
people
I think
saying
it's
like, "Oh, she's taking
50-50.
it." Yeah, because they'll face the Revolution, right? That's
Yeah,
what I'm.
that's definitely the plan.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like, I'm okay with Deonna Purrazzo winning it, but at the same time, I feel like this is Tony's real title run. You know what I mean? Where the other one's kind of interrupted, and she like had like a short run, and then all that. Like, and she's been so fucking hot, and I feel like should be her first. This is her first like a really big feud of the year, and I don't think it should end with that. You know, I think if
I
it
feel
ends, it's with Jamie Hayter at All In in
I was gonna
London.
that's what I was gonna say. Like you have a bunch of women who just came back and who are potentially coming in. Like you have Serena Deeb who just came back, Thunder Rosa who just came back, and then you have Jamie Hayter who's on her way back within probably the next 2 months, and then you also have Mercedes Monet maybe coming in as well. Like
So say Revolution
yeah,
possibly. So
you don't have a short list of people she can still feud with.
yeah,
So I don't know if they're gonna pull the trigger now and put the belt on Deanna.
yeah. I think it's the best position this belt's ever been in as far as like booking wise of like
Yeah, that's
we can
true.
get really good fucking title runs because there's so many great top women right now. Let's just make these feuds really fucking good
I mean,
and take advantage of it,
you
you
also
know?
have Britt Baker
I was just
doing
gonna
nothing
say,
in the back
where's
too.
Britt?
That's what I'm saying. Where is she gonna work her way into it? And yeah, and I don't know. And out of any of the top stars, who do you think? Do you think any of them end up going for the TBS title at any point?
That's what I was gonna say too.
Like,
Like,
say anyone that like
who's
say
going for
Deonna
Julia?
Purrazzo. If Deonna
I think
Purrazzo, like, do you think she just stays in the main event scene if she loses to Tony Storm, or do you think she would go for the TBS title possibly or something like that?
that's the weird thing with with how Tony books the women's division is that like once they're out of the title picture, they kind of disappear. So
Yeah, like
I
you
don't
don't stay
know.
active in it. Yeah, and it's weird, and then they'll start some type of other feud, or they'll just be off TV for a couple weeks, or they'll just yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, who is even like in contention for the TBS title? I don't have no idea. I mean, and that's actually a newsworthy thing too that Tony Khan brought back the ratings. So at least you can see who the top 5 women are right now, which I'll read
Yeah.
in a second.
Yeah, yeah. What are the first rankings are all out? Which is cool.
Um,
I think they should kind of learn from last time as far as like, all right, let's not let the ratings just the rankings and shit not just like die and then just do stuff that doesn't make sense. Like, oh yeah, he's number one. Like, why? He hasn't wrestled in 4 weeks. Like, or they just wouldn't update them for like a month at a time. So hopefully they
they're more vigilant with them.
yeah,
Yeah.
and work a lot.
So
Yeah.
Oh.
right now it's for women's. It's Deonna Purrazzo, Thunder Rosa, Hikaru Shida, Sky Blue, and Mariah May.
That makes sense.
Yeah, I like that.
So, but out of those girls, I guess Thunder Rosa or Shida, I guess will be fighting for the TBS. I don't know.
Dude, Thunder, I think Thunder should get I think Tony beats Deonna Purrazzo, and then her feud after that should be Thunder, because Thunder never lost the title, you know?
And they were doing like the thunderstorm type shit before that.
Yeah,
So
Thunder should have showed up and pulled the AEW title out of a bag and put an X across it. All
mhm.
right.
And you also have like yeah. You also have like the Mariah May story in your back pocket too
Yeah.
with Tony. So
But that's what's crazy about Thunder too, is like there's a lot of like crossover at CM Punk, because she had a lot of problems with people backstage,
mhm.
Thunder. You know what I mean? There was a lot of drama going on with her, and then she had the injury with the title, and then so it's kind of, I don't know. Thunder is so cool coming back, because I feel like it's so easy to have her in a heel role, you know,
Yeah.
and do some really cool shit with her. But I would definitely have her feud with Tony, or I feel like, I don't know. They just need to book this title well, because they have more than enough talent
Mhm.
for like they're a top main event talent. There doesn't have to be anyone that like, hey, we're not sure if they could be top talent. Let's try it out. It's just like, no, dude,
Yeah.
you got fucking a core right
And they're
now.
doing like fun story stuff on Rampage with Chris Statlander, Willow, and Stokely. Like I
Yeah,
guess that's setting up a Willow Statlander break-in match, I assume. Which
yeah,
that whole feud's been fun. It's been
yeah.
just
And
like some funny
now,
shit.
and
Yeah.
I think this is like they've talked on in the past. Like, if there was a time to eventually have AEW women's tag titles, it's definitely approaching
It's
it.
now. Yeah, it's coming
We
up.
kind
Yeah.
you kind of have to, because like a lot of these top women, some of them have to have titles at some point. You know what I mean? Or have matches that are just more for
Yeah,
more than
but
just the feud. You know, like
yeah,
in big super stables where they all have titles, and yeah,
they're running into that thing with had which they had with like when they had so many just top guys in the company. Now they're having so much top women in the company. They need more stuff to feud for.
Yeah, more
yeah.
roles.
Because the tag teams would be fucking amazing right now. You
Mhm.
know what I mean? It
And
would be
you even
Soraya and
got
Ruby Riot.
well,
Would be a tag team
you
like
have that
Hater and
storyline.
DMD.
You have that storyline going too with um Soraya, Ruby, not what's her fucking name, Ruby Soho, Harley
Yeah,
Cameron, and Angelo Parker, where they have like Soraya paying off Harley to fucking hit on Angelo, and then that shit's
yeah,
like, or
yeah,
whatever the fuck's
yeah,
going on there. And I assume the payoff is Ruby versus Soraya.
yeah.
So
It
they
has
even
to.
have that other storyline going too.
Uh, they've
But
got a
like
lot
you're
of cool
saying,
shit
yeah,
they can do. They really do. Like, and I think, and honestly, it's like Tony. He loves making titles, so get
yeah,
to it,
why not?
Tony.
Why not more?
You know he's got ideas or designs in his head already. So
As long as he fucking actually books it, because like he's not to
yeah,
be trusted with booking the women's division well. So as
yeah,
long as he
yeah,
actually does his job well, then I think it's cool.
yeah,
Speaking
yeah.
of some
The
executives, though, Matthew and Nicholas Jackson had another spot, another little promo spot on
and it was
Dynamite this week.
amazing.
They had two actually. Yeah,
Their characters just keep getting better and better each week,
yeah.
dude.
They got new facial hair this week. They had goatees.
Dude, it was even better. The
Yeah,
goatees were fucking hilarious,
yeah.
dude. It was even better than the mustache.
Mhm. I like
And
it's like bad cop, good cop, but like they're both really just bad cop.
Mhm.
yeah, they're both pieces of shit. Yeah,
Yeah, but like
dude. Yeah,
Matt kind of like pretends like he's not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Matt's fucking hilarious, dude.
Hmm.
This is like my favorite Young Bucks role and character type that they've
Hmm.
played, I think, in my lifetime.
Yeah, and it's all leading. I think it's all going to lead to the title change. Sting and Darby at Revolution.
Yep. They're gonna put the tax in their shoes and kill Sting in front of everybody in
So
North Carolina.
that's a booking that makes sense, but who do you think's gonna win that from them? I gotta
What
say
do
the
you
What do you
mean?
Dark
mean?
Order. From if the Young Bucks eventually,
Who knows?
so if Sting and Darby
It's gonna
lose
have
or
to be
win, oh, it's a whole thing.
it's gonna have to be
I'm
Jericho and
four
Kenny
steps
when Kenny
ahead.
comes back.
Oh, I forgot about that fucking feed. Dude,
The Golden Jets are gonna
when
take it
Kenny
from
comes
him.
back, let's forget about that happening.
Yeah. Yeah, Kenny
We
was
don't need
like,
to
"Can
see
we?"
more. Mhm.
Yeah, I miss Kenny, dude.
Put
That's what I
Kenny in
think
the
about every
Continental
day.
Classic next year.
I hope so.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
I definitely see Sting and Darby taking the belts off Ricky and Big Bill this in Phoenix this week or next week.
Yeah. So what do you think happened? Do you think that means Ricky is gonna stay with AEW? Because isn't his contract up possibly soon?
Well, I think his contract, if I had to guess, he came into the company in July of 2020. So it's
Yeah.
probably up in a July or summer month. So maybe, I don't know.
Hey, maybe this isn't the end of his foray in AEW. I feel like it's maybe just the end of him being in tag teams and having to have like a
Yeah.
big guy next to him, you know?
Yeah. What do you think
Darby was
happens?
shooting on him though.
Yeah. What do you think happens though when him and Cass lose the titles on Dynamite next week? Like, what do you
I don't
think?
know.
Do you think they just turn on each other right away?
I
Do
hope
they
not.
continue as a team
I
or
hope
like?
it's not the end
That'd
of
be
Big
pretty
Bill.
cool.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. What do you think? Do they go off TV? We don't see Ricky for a little bit. Like, I don't. I'm curious as to like, yeah.
I don't know.
And I feel like they did. They definitely do lose. And like, did we ever get the payoff with them as tag champs? Like, how do
Who
you see it? What do you think? How do you think their title? Like, how would you rate it? Their title run?
Chris
Like,
is
if it
about to
ends next
ask who they want
Wednesday?
it from.
it was FTR, right?
Yeah, yeah. Wasn't it like a triple threat tag match or whatever? It was like the triple or fatal four
I
tag
couldn't remember
match.
either.
I
Yeah,
don't know. The tag belts have kind of been in limbo the last like 2 or 3 reigns. I don't know.
yeah.
I can't tell you if their feud's been good or not because it's mostly been on Collision, and I'm usually busy when Collision's on. So I
Yeah,
honestly don't know. Like, I want to say it's been fine, but
it's been
'cause
okay.
I really like Big Bill and Stark, so
No, I love them too. I just feel like it's gonna end next Wednesday, and like I feel like it just didn't give like I don't know. I just felt like I needed a little bit more of it before it ended. You know, like
well, who
at least
knows? Like
another like feud or a match that like I don't know. I guess we'll see.
who knows what was supposed to happen if Kenny didn't get like hurt or sick? Because they were supposed to. It was supposed to be Kenny and Chris Jericho versus Starks and Billy, or Starks and Big Bill for the
Yeah,
titles.
which
So
and
who
I feel like
knows?
they would have won probably, right?
Yeah, and then you have I don't fucking
But yeah, it's weird. Who knows for
know.
sure.
But also, what do you think the main event is going to be next week at Dynamite? Do you think it's going to be Sting and Darby versus um, Starks and Big Bill, or is it going to be Hangman Swerve 3?
Oh fuck, I don't know.
You know what I mean?
I
'Cause
think
I'm
That's tough.
thinking
I feel like they
I'm
like starting big tag team
they
matches
might put
sometimes to start it
but
off, but I don't know.
what I'm thinking is Hangman Swerve opens the night and it ends in a time limit draw, and then you put them in a triple threat: Samoa Joe, Hangman Swerve at Revolution, and then you end the night with a title change. You
hell
know what I
yeah.
mean?
And Joe
With the tag team
and Joe,
belts.
yeah, and Joe doesn't get at Revolution if they have a triple threat. Do you think that triple threat protects Joe if he loses the title? He's not
Dude,
pinned.
that too, I don't know, because I kind of don't like, yeah, I want Swerve to win the title, but this Joe title reign's been fucking cool. I think
I've loved it so far, man.
Yeah.
let him have it until at least Double or Nothing.
Yeah, I think it should like just expand on like Hangman and
Hmm.
Swerve fuck each other over and like Joe
Exactly.
ends up
And
winning the triple
yeah,
threat
yeah.
because they're too busy like focused on their own shit
Hmm.
with each other. But I think Hangman is, I would love to
Hangman's
see
been
him
doing
just
great work.
I would love to see him have Butcher and Blade as his fucking sidekicks and
Ooh,
have his
that'd be
own little
cool.
evil stable.
The
I love the Butcher and
You
Blade.
mustache.
know,
I wish they were used more. They
that's what I'm
need
trying to see
to.
where they fit, dude. They'd be cool with him.
Mhm.
Like
They kind of just hang out with Kip Sabian.
yeah, because the Butcher looks like his brother now. The thick mustaches, how they are, the darker hair.
Yeah.
They look like they would be his henchmen for sure, like his cowboy henchmen, and he's in the evil, all dressed in black cowboy. Because he's not fucking around anymore, dude.
Hmm. Yeah, Hangman
Y-
fucking rules. He's definitely
Yeah,
the last few months he's definitely upped his game because he was kind of just like sad cowboy for a while after like
yeah.
he kind of like they kind of didn't know what to do with him for a little bit, and now he's like at least he's being a fucking badass and kicking
Dude,
ass again.
Him
Has
and
anyone?
Swerve's program has just been awesome, dude. And their
Mhm.
rivalry has just been great for both of them. You
Dude,
know,
that they've been the highlight of AW every week. So for the last like
Hangman,
6
yeah,
months.
Hangman
yeah, and
got that
it's
edge from going to the
yeah,
Fathers Wrestling Federation training camp.
Shit.
yeah. Dude, there's a lot of AEW fans that are like shitting on Hangman though lately, and even just I mean, lately, the past like 3, 4, 5 months, I'm just like, I don't get it.
I don't get it. Yeah.
I
Especially
don't
if you're like an
understand.
AEW fan, like he is,
He's your
a
guy.
pillar for sure,
Yeah.
dude. Like he's like the first AEW original to really,
Coming
really
in,
pillar to
yeah.
win the title. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Because yeah, can't
Kenny was already a built up star.
that's what I'm
Hangman,
saying. He already
yeah,
had a career outside of it. Hangman made
Hangman
his
was,
career.
yeah,
Yeah,
he was a name, but he wasn't a huge name like everyone else. Yeah, and you're right.
Yeah.
He built his fucking career in AEW,
yeah.
and
Kenny had yeah.
he got rewarded for it, and then fucking spit in the face because they had to put the belt on Punk, and Punk
Yeah,
got hurt immediately.
yeah. Do you think Jungle Jack comes back?
Dude, that's interesting too, because
Well, because
he's
he did the NJPW thing where he ripped his AEW contract up. So is that?
hmm,
I wonder where that's leading. If that is it going to cross over into AEW TV at any
I
point
think so. I
soon?
think that's 100% work, but
Forbidden Door.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
When's the next
100%.
Forbidden
Yeah,
Door? When's the next WrestleMania?
usually in June,
it's
right?
usually June. Yeah.
Okay.
So
So
But yeah, I'm curious. I mean, Jack would be a perfect addition to the Callis family, but the Callis family, I
it's
don't
already
understand.
full, I feel like.
It is already full. It
Because
is,
you even
and
have Mark Davis coming back too. So
yeah,
do
that's
you
right.
insert him into the family as well? So
Yeah, he can be the guy that jobs out to everybody in
mhm.
feuds. You need the jobber in your stable, and that's him
Yeah.
for sure. But I don't know what you do with that feud because you got that big heel feud, and then you got the other big heel feud, obviously the main one of um Adam Cole's Kingdom of Perverts. So
Yeah,
the
yeah.
undisputed Kingdom of Sickos. So
There's a
like,
lot of like moving parts going on.
and I think Roddy's gonna take the international title from OC,
I
which
fucking
I
hope not, but it does look
I
like
hope
it.
not too. I
yeah.
don't want that, but
It
it
does
seems
look like
like
that though.
I
because
mean,
it
I
seems
guess
like
it
and then
would
event
make their
yeah.
stable matter a little more.
But it's
But
like no one wants them to. I think.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah. Put it on fucking Jay White or like a returning
Yeah.
Bandito or fucking
Yeah. I'd rather put over everyone in Don Callis's family than them. You know
mhm,
what I mean? They're all youthful, like the Kingdom, like whatever. They're cool for the ROH being ROH tag champs, cool. That's fun over
mhm,
there. They're good henchmen for his thing. But Adam Cole, like right now, he can't even
mhm.
wrestle right now, and he just has like Wardlow, and yeah, I don't
Yeah,
know.
if I want the Atlantic champ, like I want it to be put on, or the international, my bad. I want it to be put on someone who can wrestle every week, like Orange does, and puts on a good match. I'm not
Yeah,
saying
always
Roderick.
put on
I'm not
bangers.
saying Roderick Strong can't because I think he can. I just think they're not going to because his stable is more of a storyline going more than like match, like having a lot of
Yeah.
matches.
Well, and then his matches that he does have is going to be the fuckboy Kingdom boys helping him
Hmm.
win in an annoying fashion, and they're not going to be the same bangers OC's having. I
It's gonna be
think
hard.
overall,
It's gonna be hard to live up to OC's reigns. So like
it's one of the greatest title runs, dude.
whoever wins it, yeah.
That's just overall of any title I've seen, like especially non-heavyweight title runs. It's one of the
Hmm.
best across any
Just
company. It's
fucking
just
it's
so
being a workhorse.
for real.
The last guy you
He's
think to be a workhorse is fucking kicking ass. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, dude. I mean, I would love to see OC get the TNT title eventually too. I
yeah, that'd be
mean,
cool. That's
because if
still
he
wrapped
loses the
up.
international title, I feel like he deserves to start. All right, let's go for that or the internet or the
Or maybe they'll throw him into like
oh
trio stuff
yeah,
with like Trent
he
Yeah.
can
and
do so.
returning
Yeah,
Chuck Taylor. Because
yeah,
dude, well Trent too. Chuck and Trent deserve some sort of belts.
they
I'm pretty
do.
sure they're
So
booked for Collision this week, and they're gonna be like saying something.
is Chuck?
It says
I
it
think
showed them in the
Is
graphic.
Chuck
It said
hasn't been
and best
back in a
friends.
while. He's been doing.
It
I don't.
was
I think.
it
I don't know
was
if he's been hurt or something,
it
but
was just Chuck and Trent next to him in the graphic, and it said
okay.
orange with best friends.
Hey,
Yeah.
what about Rocky?
Who knows?
Rocky Romero, the goat.
Rocky
Yeah, he was
Romero.
good.
Yeah. Well, we're gonna have a wild month leading to Revolution for sure. And I think Elimination Chamber is the weekend before Revolution, I want to say. So we're
I
gonna
can
have
look it
back
up.
to
I can
back.
look it up for you. I know Revolution Sunday, March 3rd.
Yeah. I want to say it's the last weekend of February.
I'll look it
Elimination
up.
Chamber.
Um, God damn it, dude.
What do
Twitter
you
Down
pick
successful.
for
to
Elimination Chamber?
I gotta
It's
go to
The
Google.
Rock.
What do you
Yeah,
think?
I mean, well, the Elimination Chamber, the big thing about is going to be for a number one contender to most like to for Seth's title, So
Yeah,
I mean, right now,
I
I
can see
guess
Drew doing that.
I feel like it's Drew, right? I mean,
Yeah,
now that CM Punk out of it, if the Rock's not wrestling Roman and Cody's wrestling Roman, like I still don't know what the point of the Rock doing all that stuff was and saying like maybe I will come back, I am coming back, or like
Yeah.
so that's up in the air.
A limb chamber is Saturday, February 24th.
Okay, yeah. So
So yeah, the last weekend.
so yeah, this will be a big month for both companies to yeah, as they push these storylines leading into two decent sized pay-per-views, I'd say. It's what WWE is not one of their big four, but it's one of my favorite usually because I do
Mhm.
always love the Elimination Chamber gimmick. Yeah, as far as a match, it's cool as fuck.
Oh yeah, gimmicks. I love gimmicks. I don't care what anyone says. If it
Yeah,
makes wrestling more corny, I don't give a fuck. It makes it better.
yeah.
yeah. And WWE, that's why it's like I love the Royal Rumble and I love Elimination Chamber. Survivor Series War Games, I like that. I like it more than the original Survivor Series,
And
honestly, having that
Yeah, it's
mhm,
double
pretty
steel
fun.
cage match and
I
some
think I think they should
yeah,
move Money in the Bank back to WrestleMania though.
like in WrestleMania.
Yeah, like
That
they
would
used to.
I think that'd be cool,
That'd be cool.
And they
honestly.
should get rid of Hell in a Cell as a
I
pay-per-view. And
Yeah,
dude,
TLC.
just throw it out
yeah.
there when you
Mhm.
can.
Well, because
Yeah,
didn't they
when the
get rid
feud
of the
calls
Hell in a
for
Cell
it.
pay? I thought Triple H got wanted to get rid of the Hell in a Cell pay-per-view.
I have no
I think
idea.
he I think he got rid of it.
Good.
And he only want yeah, for that reason. He just wants to do Hell in a Cells when like
It
it's
calls, yeah.
necessary, and he doesn't want to do
Mhm.
them as often anymore. Wants to be like a once in a while thing when it's a really, really fucking good feud, and they've had 3 or 4 matches and done awesome numbers at 2, 3 pay-per-views straight. Which yeah, it makes sense. But 2024 is definitely so far wrestling pretty wild, and
Yeah, you still got
uh,
where's Okada going? Where's Mercedes going?
yeah, Okada like it seems like AEW would be the fit. You know what I mean? But
It's like I said last week. I don't believe any report that comes out until the person shows up on whatever show they're showing up on.
no, exactly, because it's just dirt sheets and clickbait
Yeah.
just filling in the time. Like, oh yeah, I
Hmm.
heard this, and it's like Okada knows. He's not going around telling everybody though.
Hmm.
Like, oh hey, like it's just beliefs within the companies of
Hmm.
like, oh if this happens, we can get him. If this happens, he'll go there. But I don't know. Okada versus Gunther at WrestleMania is definitely a match I'd like to see.
Hmm.
Who would you like to see him face? Like, what would the feud you'd want to see him do in AEW if he came like when once he came in? Because his first feud would have to be big, for sure. Does he go right for the title for Samoa Joe? Like,
No.
I don't think he, and that's why I kind of wonder, like, yeah, like that has to be a big part of his decision with WWE and AEW is like, where am I going to be on the card? Like, what is it looking like for me? What does my next year look like in this company?
Hey, he
You
Hmm.
could get
know?
the international championship and do it good.
Now they're friends though.
Yeah, but still,
Okada's in chaos with Orange Cassidy and the best friends.
there can still
Yeah.
be
A friendly
Okada would
face
be a
off.
good, it would be a good heel in AEW.
Yeah.
I think he makes more sense as a heel in AEW rather than when he's in NJPW. But
Hmm.
all 3 times he's fought in AEW, he's lost. So I don't think Tony's his favorite booker either.
I don't know. We'll
He's-
see. We'll see where he shows
yeah,
up.
And I'm
It's
sure money obviously is an important part of all of this too,
oh,
you
they're
know?
talking about Mercedes for a second.
Oh,
Monet.
I mean, she's the most
Monet.
Yeah,
important.
yeah.
Money.
I think
Yeah.
she's a shoe-in for showing up in AEW. Like it's all,
Yeah.
I think that's all but guaranteed, but who knows?
Yeah. Well, because apparently she wanted Charlotte Flair money from WWE, which they weren't gonna do.
I don't see why not. They just got 5 billion from fucking Netflix.
Yeah, they might as well. You know what I mean? But probably
Hmm.
because it pissed off Charlotte, I guess.
But
Cost them. And
honestly,
then
I think AEW is the best fit for Mercedes, especially if she still wants to do acting stuff on the side. It's just
yeah.
the easiest fit, I
It's just
think.
such a better schedule. It's just like
Exactly. Yeah.
honestly, like people always think like outside of fan stuff. Just imagine any job, no matter what your profession is, and you could get paid at like the same money, around the same money, maybe a little less, or even maybe a little bit more. And look at WWE schedule and AEW schedule. You would take the other schedule.
But
You would
even
take
that,
AEW
like
schedule. You'd be like, hell yeah, dude. I
say
get paid
even
like yeah,
say like just base salary wise, WWE is paying you more than AEW. AEW at least gives you the option to go make money doing other things as you
yeah.
work for them. Like
And they don't control all of
WWE,
it.
you can't.
You have to get
AEW, you
okayed
can
by the front
supplement your
office.
salary with something else, and then you can end up
Yeah.
making more than what WWE was offering in the first place.
Yeah,
So,
and then you don't have to do dark matches. You can
mhm.
fucking you don't have to put your body through that shit. And yeah,
You don't have to talk to Dominic Mysterio.
yep. Or Tom or Nick Mysterio.
That
It's
too,
Tom
yeah.
and Nick. They're
Tom and
twins.
Nick, yeah.
Yeah, Tom and Nick beat the shit out of R-Truth, dude. It's pretty sad. They got rid of him out of the
It's
group.
disturbing.
That's the one thing we forgot at Raw, and so like he went out there and Damian was like, "Yeah, dude." He's like, "I really like you," and yeah, it's like, "I think you're funny," but and R-Truth's like, "Yeah, man, I got." Because R-Truth's been giving him all the money for the merch, because the R-Truth Judgment Day has been the number one merch dollar for fucking WWE, which is hilarious. And so he just keeps coming out during matches and handing them like fucking like he's like, "Here's your 5 grand," and then like they're getting super kicked and all the money goes everywhere, and he's
Yeah.
like, and it's just been so funny. So like he comes out there and he's like, "Hey man, like I gotta put all this like your money and put it into crypto, invested it for you." And Damian Priest was like, "Yeah, you're funny, dude. Like, and this is why I'm not gonna do it." And then he had everyone else beat the shit out of him. And then the Miz came down to save
Yeah.
him, and they beat the shit out of the Miz too. But
Gives the Miz something
yeah,
to do.
yeah. So it was
Yeah.
emotional, but it was cool because R-Truth like went through the whole group talking about like he's like, "Yeah, we're a family," and he's like going person by person, and then he's like, of course, shits on JD. Because he always says JD's not in the group, and like, who is
Yeah,
this guy? And like, he's a little asshole and stuff, and
it's true.
it's good. But
Real
I liked
quick.
the idea of the
No,
whole
you're
thing
good.
though, is because what he has done though is he like Judgment Day was becoming like very comedic.
Hmm.
A lot of their stuff was funny. So like their whole thing with their group, the whole storyline with them starting last night post Royal Rumble is we're going back to the ruthless, dark, sick fuck serious Judgment Day.
Yeah.
And that started out with them defending the titles against DIY and winning in like clean form and fucking them up. And then yeah, being sick fucks and beating up funny R-Truth. So they're back on like their war path, like sicko stuff. No more jokes.
Yeah, which is the way they should be.
Yeah,
I wanted
no
to
more
ask
jokes
if
from Tom and Nick.
you thought those segments
And
with
that's all the
like
time we have.
what
Go
do you
ahead.
guys thought if like they script those segments where it's like CM Punk talking to Miz, who he like apparently hated, and then him talking to Cody and being like, "Finish your story, bro." Like, do you
What's
think
it
they script that, or that's just they conveniently were there for that moment?
scripted? 100%.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah, it's like being the elite,
Well, yeah.
BTE,
Yeah, for real.
or
No,
being
it's
the
a
Dark Order.
100% scripted.
Yeah, they
Maybe
still
not like
need to do their own.
maybe not
Yeah,
like scripted down to the word, but like, all right, guys, go. Let's do something.
yeah, yeah.
Right
Say hi
on.
to each other and give them a
Hmm.
hug or something. Kiss them.
Act
Yeah.
like
Miz,
you're
kiss them.
friends.
It's
Yeah,
like, do not do this. Do not do the too sweet.
yeah. No more bloody dick talk. We're not talking about bloody dicks. Okay, kiss each other.
Dude, I can't
Okay.
wait. Dude,
Cut.
the real reason CM Punk got injured for 4 to 6 months, it's so he misses the Saudi pay-per-view and he's an excuse not to go.
Yeah. Dude, but he's chilling. He's making money, and him and Larry are like, that's why Punk's. I feel like he's just like, he's pissed at night. But he's like, all right, I'm gonna go home, watch the Blackhawks, drink some Pepsi, and fucking hang out with Larry and
AJ.
Yeah, just chill out, watch monster movies, and watch, and then hang out with his with Lars from Rancid, and just
And what else? What else can you ask for?
yeah, and he
Turn
posts,
Turn on an episode of Being the Dark Order and go to sleep.
Yep. Danhausen comes over, torments him, and then leaves.
Danhausen comes over, makes a fucking dumb tweet about his AEW booking, and leaves.
Yeah. CM Punk's coming back in WWE with Danhausen, dude. I wonder what the WWE universe would think of Danhausen. I feel like they'd love him, right?
They'll go, who?
Yeah, he would start cursing all of them.
Mm-hmm. But I think that'll wrap it up for this week.
I think it does.
Indeed, it does. Indeed, it does.
Jason, give us one last send off. What do you got to say for yourself?
Real quick. Phil Brooks, The Fragile Guy. It's a new show on Peacock Network. Catch it. Play the music.
Yeah. We're cutting that part. That part was cut. Invasion angle.
All right.
Invasion angle.
Phil Brooks, The Fragile Guy.
Bet you love that sweet ass podcast. I am John Cena and I approve this message. Boobies.